Officials are on the hunt for Nevin Whetstone, who escaped prison sometime yesterday. Whetstone is serving a life sentence for capital murder committed in Lee County. Although the solar panel company has been here for over 2 years, residents of Sunflower County are unsure of the benefits of what renewable energy will bring to their town. Over 6 months ago, devastation hit the town of Rolling Fork, Mississippi, but the Build Back Better organization is bringing hope to residents here. We start off tonight's show with breaking news regarding a potential development in one of Oxford's most shocking cases. Over the weekend, human remains were discovered in Carroll County, which may be connected to the disappearance of Ole Miss student Jay Lee. Mississippi universities are growing increasingly tired of President Donald Trump's movement against diversity, equity, and inclusion in higher education. This comes after the U.S. Department of Education Office of Civil Rights issued a memo declaring all race-based programming and admissions policies illegal. The sounds of Rolling Fork's comeback can be heard in every corner of the town, but Jacqueline Brown can still hear the sounds of terror in her granddaughter's voice from the night of the tornado.
She went to screaming and hollering because when the roof came off, it went to picking her up, and she was like, "I don't want to die. Oh, Lord."
Everyone in the Brown family survived, but their house was destroyed. Now they and many others are still struggling to find a permanent home. Over 6 months ago, devastation hit the town of Rolling Fork, Mississippi, but the Build Back Better organization is bringing hope to residents here. Former mayor, now board member of the nonprofit rebuilding program, Fred Miller, says the construction on the first new homes is underway.
We're excited about it. We poured 3 foundations. They are going to start either this week, today maybe, or next week putting the sides up on some of them.
While residents wait for these homes to be built, families like Brown's have been living in FEMA trailers for the past 4 to 5 months.
The trailer was given to us at first, but now what y'all telling us, we gotta pay for them in the end. How could we pay for a FEMA trailer and build a house too?
The new program offers a solution.
We will then sell them to people who have no money, but we're going to sell it to them at 0 interest for 20 years. On a $75,000 mortgage, that works out to be $312 a month. By the time you add insurance and taxes, they'll be in the homes between $500 and $600, which is about what they were paying in rent.
Board member Emily Carter says she is impressed by the progress of the program and how much support it is receiving.
We feel like we're going to help people have change their lives, go from poverty, from a not so great living situation to a new home that's better than they probably came out of, and they'll own it.
The program is also providing classes for participants on how to be a good homeowner.
We require that they go through certain training, financial literacy, survivor counseling, homeowner training of what is required of someone who owns property. And there are, I think, 2 more sessions that they go through.
The tornado displaced dozens of families in this community of fewer than 2,000 residents. Some will not need the help from these programs. Cynthia Prestiani is currently staying with family friends while they rebuild their home.
A friend has let us stay in his dad's apartment in Vicksburg.
Prestiani speaks for many in her town when she thinks about what they have been through and what the future might hold.
But Rolling Fork is strong. We survived it, and we will rebuild the best we can.
Although the process seems slow, Rolling Fork, Mississippi is making progress on its path to building back better. This is Celeste, NewsWatch Ole Miss. The smell of hot cocoa and visions of sparkling lights are soon to be set up for the city of Oxford. Thousands of lights are being strung across the square and hung beautifully from the courthouse. Director of Sales and Marketing for Visit Oxford, Nadia Thornton, says that Christmas usually comes early in Oxford.
Oxford is kind of like a Hallmark movie at Christmas, and we always want our university students to enjoy it as well. So we typically kind of decorate and turn the lights on earlier than a lot of places would, so the students can enjoy before they go home for the break.
Most stores in Oxford become extremely busy with Christmas festivities before Thanksgiving even begins. As you can see behind me, Oxford is already decorating for the Christmas season, but Nielsen's department store has been ready for Christmas since the beginning of October. Amanda Heinonen, owner of Nielsen's department store, says they have been ready for Christmas since the Vanderbilt game.
Did decorate probably around the second week in October, which is early for a lot of people, but when we've got the crowds coming in, they want to see Christmas. They want to see what all we've got.
The store is filled with all things Christmas, ready to make your home just as magical as what people call Oxford, a snow globe town. Oxford will finally be finished with Christmas decorations the week before Thanksgiving, just in time for students to see it before going home to see family and friends. This is Celeste, NewsWatch Ole Miss. Students at Ole Miss may be unaware that they are surrounded by feral cats on campus, but one particular school at Ole Miss is home to a very special feral feline.
Gary. He's like, no, I'm out here every weekend with Gary. I say I come to do work, but I'm just coming to see Gary.
Ole Miss student Elle D'Angelo is one of Gary's closest friends and advocators.
No, Gary loves to play the system. He's like, well, if you have a treat, maybe I'll come see you.
But the Guyton cat is just one of the many feral cats living on campus.
Gary's a part of the program called FUR, which is Feral University Rebel Rescuers, and he's one of about 30 cats on campus, and they're a completely volunteer organization. They run off of donations, and they come and feed the cats every day, give them water, and sometimes they have little houses built for them.
On Ole Miss's website, there is a special tab for the FUR organization where viewers can learn more information about the program and how they can get involved.
If you're ever near Guyton Hall, be sure to stop by and say hi to Gary the Guyton cat. This is Celeste, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Small-town Ruleville goes big with providing clean electricity for thousands of homes across the Mississippi Delta. Entergy Senior Communications Specialist Candace Coleman explains why the company decided to build the large plant.
And what we recognized years ago, that one of the biggest advantages that a state can have in attracting jobs, economic development, is by having renewable energy available to our customers.
The Delta is America's largest wetland, providing millions of acres for agriculture. Mississippi climatologist Mike Brown shares why solar panels are more effective than other renewable energy resources.
Solar is probably our best source here in Mississippi. Wind can be done, but we just don't see the winds like we do in the desert Southwest and Western Texas, and it makes it just so much. It's not cost effective to put up wind turbines here in the state of Mississippi because we don't have the wind to generate the power.
Over 100 megawatts of energy are being produced on the 1,000-acre farm, producing electricity of thousands nearby. Although the solar panel company has been here for over 2 years, residents of Sunflower County are unsure of the benefits of what renewable energy will bring to their town. Ruleville resident Tammy Beeman says that she and other residents have many questions about the solar plant.
You got family that's coming asking us questions. We don't have any information to give them. We knew about the plants or the solar things were coming, and that was, to create jobs. We saw when they were interested in the farm land and they were buying and selling, and that we were going to have this plant to come through. But they haven't given us any update after we seen the finished product of it.
Coleman agrees that people may not fully understand how the company uses solar.
It's not always able to be available 100% of the time, which is why we have a variety, a mix, which is why, our percentage may not be 100% right now, because you still have to have that reliable energy that comes from that sometimes has to come from nuclear and from our natural gas plants.
Entergy aims to increase their renewable energy portfolio to 20%, which is over 1,000 megawatts of renewable power by 2027. With NewsWatch Ole Miss, I am Celeste.